between husband and wife. Husband and wife is a very important role, and if your parents don't just abuse you and hit you and smack you and strangle you and then disown you when you bring it up with them, when you're trying to say, what happened with that? You said this, you said that, I worked for your company, you owe me $40,000 or $50,000 for this work. What's going on with that? And then, I don't know, I guess like no church record, no Canadian citizenship. It's amazing how they try to ruin your life just for saying that they stuck their penis in the vagina and basically they made love. So, I don't know, like, I've only had two partners my whole life, one in Alberta and one here in Ontario, but I only basically don't know the other person here in Ontario at all. She keeps on trying to turn against me with her gang. She keeps on trying to say black people are good and Black Lives Matter, and like, I thought she was the weakest link in the whole thing. I was trying to ask her, like, what her thoughts were, but I only basically kissed her and hugged her, and I don't know, I'm not doing anything with her, so we're not getting married if that's what they keep on trying to suggest, because I looked at a girl and she was like the weakest link. I thought, who would God want me to particularly show any like kindness to or love or affection or anything? But I just thought that she's probably the weakest one. She's probably the one that's like most likely needs some sort of like attention, or like, why are you sitting around here doing this stuff? And I found out she injects heroin, she like checks through garbage bags, she like has a crack problem, and I just like, I don't know, like I thought, well, do you want to like be friends? Do you want any like, you're just happy with addiction, or I guess like what is it or something? And yeah, that's basically how it's been for the last 10 years. They kidnapped me at Lake Ontario for this Toronto House thing, and I guess it's just like this poverty thing. There are people who are trying to falsely animate their lives and impose themselves on us. Like this guy here. Been at war 20 years against our government. Anyway, lovely man. Like lots of foreign people, but I don't know. My grandfather used to work for CSIS, and I was actually with him the week he passed away. So I'm kind of like his representative in some cases, and he was like the director or the agent from World War II that signed the deals for the Jews to ever have their own country. And although you might not think that ever since they've had their own country, this has been a peaceful world, or that Jews are really the final representation of God on the planet or anything, that somehow Korea and Vietnam... Hey man, how's it going? Can I ask please, would you buy me coffee or something? No, it's okay. Yeah, no problem. Just like COVID. Cool. Like you're buying me a drink. And anyway, I guess that although you might think that, yeah, I guess like the whole negative part of it, the antagonism part of it, it's basically social problems are a sign of a military problem. The military problem is a sign of a royal problem, and a royal problem is a sign of a religious problem, actually. So I guess like, although you didn't know that the King of England hasn't been declared yet, like there's some rumors on the internet saying it's going to be Charles and Camilla, but I guess like they warred, these Muslim people warred our English king to death, and although like you may think they're really fantastic citizens and you should keep them in there in the Shell International shop, I'll show you what it looks like on the way out. But this is what it's like when you take the whole world to like the continent of North America. They all come along and say, we're going to show you this, and we're going to show and tell that, and we're going to be a lovely society. No way that you'll just be hacked by, because otherwise you see it. These are actually the bug little insect cars that keep on. They drive around here 24 hours a day, even at night time. You notice this, which I'm going to show you tonight too. We're going to go back outside, show you what it's really like, the persistent devil. This like kind of like alien object that they don't even know how they designed. They got originally, if you look at the pyramid scam in Egypt, you see originally them trying to design it, and how they wanted to try to impress some people that although you could drive into a car accident, although gangs people like this guy here could easily pull out his gun and his crack pipe and murder you and stuff, like we don't know where this is coming from. And I guess that I personally, I'm not buying a car until these things are fixed and the problem is solved. I live in a city anyway, and I always will, so I don't see what it is I need a car for. But in Canada, everything is so inefficient. There's so much road but no actual togetherness. So if you're really like just being by yourself in one of these Antichrist devil mobiles, spewing out carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, all sorts of dangerous gases, the Pope back in the Vatican says, in his Catechism of the Catholic Church, he says these are all an ecological sin. Somehow these people are really just forwarding on this alien devil stuff from basically like they're a pirate empire or pirate kingdom or pirate like race of people that are really just, like if you look at what it is he does for a living, he just wants you to buy his taxi car. He just wants you to go in his taxi, in the bias talks. He's not actually friendly. If you see him in real life, he's not actually going to say anything to you. But if you go into his place and you try to ask him, why are you at war with us? Why do you murder people? Why are you so ugly? He'll actually call the police on you, and they'll actually take it seriously enough that he shows up on quote-unquote Judgment Day to say, yeah, you never really did join the cult, and I guess you're not an Arab. You know, you're not from Afghanistan or some other stupid country. But really, their only purpose is this, like, false Jesus thing or something. They just want to be the Lord of the false Jesuses. And if you think he's more social than I am, or he's better off looking than I am, I don't know. That's up to you. You can think it if you want to. I mean, you can't see my hair, you can't see my face, but the Prime Minister of Canada has now had COVID twice. He's so sick in this country that he's saying he's dying twice. So anyway, here comes another friendly person from Canada. Let's see if Canada is better than Europe. Should I stay in Canada and find a wife here, or should I go back to Europe where I was probably more around actual people, not so much like shop till you drop computerized robots or something? But like, we'll see how this person is. Here's another person that escaped from Africa, where they have child soldiers, anal sex, HIV, no water, no actual quality food. They all eat meat. Actually, don't eat meat at all. Hi there, how are you? May I ask you, please, would you help me with something from the shop today? I need something.
Sorry?
Can I ask for your help with something from the shop, please?
In the shop?
Yeah, I need you to buy me something if you would.
What do you want?
A drink and maybe some cigarettes.
No, I don't buy cigarettes.
A drink, Red Bull. Can you buy me a drink?
Sure.
Thank you. So anyway, she's willing to buy me a drink. See if she talks to me afterwards. The computer's glitching out because it's actually a bug computer. It talks back to me. It's kind of funny.